All rise. Please be seated. All right. Good evening, everybody. We are in the 11th day of case number ZG416525518 in the child abuse and neglect trial, State of Florida versus Sonia Heitman Clementine. Today is Wednesday, the 6th of December 2023. Tonight, we have three witnesses who are willing to testify. Mr. Jacob Lebo, his wife Caitlyn, and Mrs. Kimberly Reznik, who was in the back of the courtroom, are planning to testify against the defendant. We will begin with Jacob. May you please come to the podium? Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes.
Can you please state your name?
Jacob Anthony Lebo.
Okay. Please be seated. Jacob, can you please state your date of birth and how old you currently are?
My birthday is on May 4th, 1994, and I am currently 29 years old.
Okay. Can you please explain what you have thought about the defendant since she started abusing these 24 students?
I've always thought that Mrs. Clementine has been nothing but a rude and disgusting principal who doesn't care about human life. Her favorite thing of all time is child abuse, and the least favorite thing of all time is humans. I cannot stand her selfishness and her crappy attitude, especially towards children. Since she started being abusive, she should have been fired many years ago because of how cruel and selfish she has been. And when she assigned me as a substitute teacher and a gym teacher in the 2022 summer school series, she has told me to swear at the students, call them rude names, assault them, and treat them like crap every single day. She doesn't do anything but want her students to have such a miserable life. It's absolutely disgusting, and she needs to be punished for what has happened. And when students are getting bullied, she is aware about it, but does not do enough. And whenever she fires someone for abusing a student, she rehires them because she loves child abuse. I cannot stand this selfish woman, and she needs to be seriously punished for her snotty behavior.
Just a quick question before you go back, what punishment would you like to have the defendant receive? Would you like to see her receive the death penalty or receive life in prison?
I do believe that she should be sentenced to death because she is going to get more crazy and out of control if she gets life in prison. Please execute this woman, or else I'm not going to be happy about it. That is all.
Thank you, Jacob. We will now hear from our second witness, Jacob's wife, Caitlyn. May you please come to the podium? Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes.
Can you please state your name?
Caitlyn Leo.
Okay. Please be seated. Caitlyn, can you please state your date of birth and how old you currently are?
My birthday is on January 18th, 1995, and I am currently 28 years old.
Okay. Can you please explain what you have thought about the defendant since she started abusing these 24 students?
Well, I have always thought that Mrs. Clementine has been very unhelpful. Even if she is protecting me, she is extremely unhelpful. For example, whenever Dora and little Bill cause trouble on school grounds, she doesn't even expel them, and when she says they are expelled, they're really not, because she makes them come back to school the next day because she loves child abuse and wants to abuse them every single day. And when they gave me a Barney error, Mrs. Clementine didn't even think about putting them on a full expulsion. All she did was give them after-school detentions, lunch bunch, and give them white slips instead of expelling them for the rest of their lives. And when they insulted my former student teacher, Mr. Joey Hodge, once again, she did not expel them. She should have just expelled them, not let them stay in school and cause more trouble. And now that Igor Bettenhauser is the new principal, it has been very more peaceful without Sonia in the building. While he only gives 3-day suspensions and 45-minute detentions, it has been much better than having Mrs. Clementine being in the building. He's much nicer than she is. I can't stand Mrs. Clementine's selfishness, and I want her to rot in hell.
Just a quick question before you go back, what punishment would you like to have the defendant receive? Would you like to see her receive the death penalty or receive life in prison?
I want her to be put to death because I do not want to see this selfish and lazy woman step foot into another school. Please give her the death penalty. I am done.
Thank you, Caitlyn. We will now hear from our final witness for today, Mrs. Kimberly Resnik, who was in the back of the courtroom. May you please come to the podium? Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes.
Can you please state your name?
Kimberly Reznik.
Okay. Please be seated. Kimberly, can you please state your date of birth and how old you currently are?
My birthday is on October 2nd, 1973, and I am currently 50 years old.
Okay. Can you please explain what you have thought about the defendant since she started abusing these 24 students?
Well, I didn't start as a teacher until June 23, 2023, when I was assigned to be the instructor for the health session, when Mr. Jacob Lebo had to go on vacation to see his wife have his baby. But when I became the teacher, Mrs. Clementine has been nothing but a perverted sicko who doesn't give a crap about people. All she does is abuse them and want them to have a terrible future and doesn't want them to go to college or get a job, and she's probably the main reason why all of the students, including Dora and little Bill, cause trouble during summer school, and she is the reason why they all fail, because she doesn't want them passing their classes. And she is also the reason why they made the disgusting food metaphors, probably because she told them to, and that is so disgusting, and I personally believe Sonia is more disgusting than the students, because, like I said, she told her students to make the disgusting food metaphors, and she also said to her students, "Holy mother effing ball sacks chicken eggs goodness, what on effing chicken eggs have you guys done, and godmother effing chicken eggs V-word and P-word damn it," which caused everyone to vomit. This behavior is disgusting and I want her to burn in hell, because she is clearly a hypocrite and a nasty perverted psychopath.
Just a quick question before you go back, what punishment would you like to have the defendant receive? Would you like to see her receive the death penalty or receive life in prison?
I definitely want her to get the death penalty because it's ridiculous how she acts like this. I want her to literally rot in hell, and Satan is clearly waiting for her.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kimberly. All right. We've concluded the 11th day of the trial. We will resume tomorrow, when John Saluta's parents, Joanna and Richard, Christian Randall, and Emma Chug, will testify against the defendant. Prosecutors, please bring her back to jail. Court is now dismissed.